Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Gingerbread Farms. And this YouTube is also going to go on Quinn's channel,
Redstone 1429.
Redstone 1429.
Yep.
We had originally planned to do a freeze dryer load of candy, but instead we kind of got an opportunity to kind of collaborate with Renegade Butcher. Josh, the Renegade Butcher. He has a YouTube channel as well. He wants to try some freeze-dried cheese possibly in some of his spice mixes for sausage. Now, I went and got some of these from Aldi. Two Chicks Homestead, Nate and Aaron said they were 99 cents. Unfortunately, that is not the case. It is now like $2.35. So I got them this time. I'm probably not going to do it again because we can cut up large blocks of cheese that we got from Sam's Club much cheaper. But these will not be cut up any smaller. These are just going to be cut open and put on a tray. Quinn needs to cut that cheese into 1/4-inch cubes for Renegade Butcher.
It has an open here thing now.
Thanks. Now, the cheese shouldn't expand or anything in the freeze dryer, but I want to give it basically room to breathe because it does off gas. And Aaron from Two Chicks Homestead told me that you definitely need to have something under it and something over it, or it will splatter. She said as the fat squirts out of the cheese during the freeze drying process, it'll get all over the place. And I'm glad she told me that, and I didn't have to learn it the hard way myself. Yes, it's convenient that this is already cut up. I'm sure they just run it through a machine because obviously they missed parts. If this works out with the Renegade Butcher, I will probably get Quinn like a French fry slicer that'll slice it into at least 1/4-inch strings that he can push through and get 1/4-inch strings and cut up. Something that makes his job a little easier. You know how much 1/4-inch is, right? Less than that. That's about 3/8. That one will do okay. He shouldn't complain. But yeah, about that. And about that square. Well, no, you're going to want to cut them again. Try and keep the knife on the board, please. This table's already kind of tore up, though. Let's put that with a camera. And yeah, cut squares. Don't put yours on this mat. This mat's going to just be for the Aldi cheese for Two Chicks Homestead. And check them out. They are on YouTube as well. They've got two cute little girls that aren't afraid to butcher rabbits.
And if anyone is wondering why I haven't been uploading on my channel for some time, I've been recently playing Devil May Cry 3. I don't know how to transfer clips over from the Switch yet, so
That'll be a learning experience. Anyone who knows, comment below.
yes,
Comment below. Press like, subscribe, do all the happy
YouTube stuff.
Thank you, Quinn. Nope.
I'm helping with that.
Oh, yes. All right.
Down, pressure, down.
Hey, what do you know? The dogs have made an appearance. Imagine that. We've got 3 little dogs, kind of.
Well, 3 dogs.
Yeah. Ellie's kind of fat.
The technically smallest at full-grown size, Mia, is a literal, well,
Demon.
yes.
And for Brian at the Locks Project, we have the Chastity Belt. Quinn's trying to figure the joke out.
Yeah, I am. What's a chastity belt again?
It's a belt that keeps, from like the Middle Ages, that keeps women from being able to have sex.
Oh.
I've got an eventual. I'll be filming a video to go with the little winch, the baby winch video that I tried to move the truck. It didn't work out. So I got the snatch block, and we're gonna try using a pulley to move the truck. And if that doesn't work, we'll try more pulleys. Why not? I also plan on doing a video about how and why pulleys work. I'll use a couple or 2 or 3 scales and show the different pressures and how multiple lines add up and stuff like that. All right, this one's pretty much done, Quinn.
Yeah.
Why don't you cut cheese? I'll put a piece of paper on top. I'll take it down. I'll put it in the freeze dryer, which is not turned on yet, so it's not pre-freezing. And go from there. Be careful. It's a knife. All right. So, and actually, before we do that, here is an idea. So, one of the ways you can label what you're doing is you take a label off what you're using and stick it on the tray. It's not going to affect, everything will dry right around it. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it under the paper so it doesn't stick to the top of the freeze dryer. Ask me how I know about that. Alright, I'll take this down while Quinn cuts cheese. You gotta cut that a little bit smaller. Remember, that's going into sausages. It's going inside the sausage. 1/4-inch squares, very small.
For Devil May Cry 3, I'm playing on the Switch, obviously, like I stated before. And I'm doing freestyle mode for the most part. I've made it to the point where I can do both either very hard or Dante Must Die. So yeah, I've beaten the game 3 times-ish. 4 times technically. I've got another save file. Okay, I've got several save files across 2 switches. Our main switch, which I've already beaten the game once on easy mode. I have yet to beat the game as Virgil. Down, boy. I'm also planning on potentially. Of course, it's freaking unskippable. I'm planning on again going back to the magic only for Strangers of Paradise. However, I'll be restructuring it somewhat to do only bosses. Trust me when I say this, though, I will do potentially. I could also probably structure it to where I actually just do 1 level per video. Or then just do like the next level for another video. I'd have to remind myself to do that, though. So it'd probably just be easier to do bosses somewhat. But yeah, like I stated, I'm not wimping out and not doing the DLC. And a thought probably occurred to me. I could probably cross-train my Royal Guard for Devil May Cry 3 through the soul shielding mechanic in Strangers of Paradise, seeing as that's my primary defensive option anyways. And he's back.
So that didn't work out. The paper keeps getting caught on the top.
Okay.
So what we're gonna try
Is make the paper longer.
No, here, let's throw the rest on here. Do you have any more left? Because all the work we went to ended up not mattering. Oh well. So this is what we're gonna try. Luckily, we have 2 sets of trays.
Yes, that works.
If it fits. All right, dogs. We got. Get off the stairs.
And you've got a lot of blocks of cheese. I've got a lot of cheese. I'm getting hungry.
Come on. Up, up, up. It did work.
Okay.
Which just means we need the rest of the trays, which isn't going to be an issue. So
you want to put a sheet on that so I can start putting this on?
sounds like a plan. I don't think, since we're just going to clamshell them together, I don't think they're going to stick to the tray. I don't know.
Maybe.
She said that it'll make a little bit of a mess. So why don't we put paper towel down to absorb the, because parchment paper is not going to absorb fat.
Nope.
I think she said that it's to absorb fat. You know what absorbs fat?
A lot better than parchment paper. Trust me, I've used that to clean literal dog poop.
Hey, enough. All right, so let's do that and start putting your 1/4-inch slices on that. And then I will do the same thing on this one. I don't think we have to worry about them being perfect, Quinn.
Okay. Doesn't stop me from being a perfectionist.
I understand. You're good. So I'm gonna do.
Oh, sausage cheese too. Okay. Lots of tiny cheesy bits.
So the large, I put the Aldi cheese in the top tray of the freeze dryer, and I'll put the meat underneath that. What a son of a gun! All right, it won't open. Why we have knives. So everything, the stuff in the freeze dryer, the flavors will sometimes commingle, but they commingle upward because as it freeze dries, the vapors as the food gases off, the gases go up. So if the flavors are going to commingle, it's from the bottom up. So I will make sure the food that is going to Josh, which is Quinn's little cheese, that's going to go in the 3 bottom trays, if it's enough for 3 trays. That way it minimizes flavor transfer, which, I mean, the only thing that would flavor transfer is more sausage, and this is literally for sausage mix, so I don't know how much it would matter, but this is not for me, this is for Josh the Renegade Butcher, so it will go to him.
I am attempting to resist eating my little cheese bits.
I did get that cheese tray. I put it in the freezer to chill it again because it was starting to get warm on the car ride home. Which dog is in it? Oh, okay. so much. This is all an experiment for us. It's been done by Nate and Aaron at Two Chicks Homestead. I really should get to know the girls' names. I don't know. I used to listen to their podcast, but they actually kind of had, their audio was really quiet, so it was hard for me to listen to it in my truck. And the other thing is sorry Nate, I'm not joining the cult of ham. Oh, that's ham radio. But
I thought it was literal ham, okay?
He's a big proponent of ham radio, and it's just not my thing. I know a lot about radios from electronic engineering school, and I'm not a big fan of the ham radio culture.
I thought literal ham. Yes. I do have mild active autism. What do you expect?
I don't think you. I don't. You can fit a lot more on there, dude.
So I can just haphazardly stack it.
Yeah, it should be fine because it's so small. It's got more surface area, so it's got more room to gas off.
I know these. If this was one slice, this wouldn't be a 1/4 inch.
No, that's yeah. You're gonna have to cut it smaller than that.
It's 4 slices in one!
Copy.
Stacked on top of each other for ease of cutting.
We need better kitchen knives.
Or sharpen our current ones.
I did.
Ah.
They're not the greatest quality. That was actually one of the things I was talking to Josh about, was the good knives. I assume a butcher would know a thing or two about knives.
Yes, probably.
Spread the cheese! Spread the cheese!
Yeah. Well, you're the one that cut the cheese.
Spread the cheese!
I think that went right over his head. Quinn, do you know what it means to cut the cheese?
No, not entirely.
That's why.
I was too busy focusing on spreading the cheese.
Cutting the cheese is a euphemism for farting.
Ah,
Ah.
I do that a lot.
Oh my goodness. Hey, you guys think I overshare. Thank you. Oh. I wonder if this stuff even needs to, we'll break it up.
I see. Fire.
So exciting. So exciting. Also, this stuff is going to be in for... I wouldn't worry about it being touching or whatever, because it's got to be in long enough for those big pieces of cheese to dry. So it'll get...
Pretty dry.
It should, yeah, it should be fine. Goodness me.
Ooh.
You all right?
Yes.
Please, no stitches today.
Trust me, I'm not gonna put my hand in a blender.
Somebody did that.
Yep!
Who did that?
I wonder who!
Who put their finger in a blender?
Because they weren't focusing on the blender itself and rather talking with their mother.
Who did that?
This is a light jab at my own mother.
Yeah, well, I will assume that when you work with knives, especially sharp knives, it's only a matter of time before you do cut yourself. Because I mean, like my thing with the truck is the only way to not hit something with the truck is to not drive one. You spend enough time, just the odds are stacked against you. You are eventually going to hit something. Admit to what you did, and move on. I know there's truck drivers out there that are like, I've driven 100 million miles. I've never hit anything. I've never been in an at-fault accident. And you know what? I bet you've never ground a gear either, because people lie about that too.
From the guy who hit a deer and his right bumper and his front bumper on his truck's damaged.
I did too. That's my second deer this month.
And not... I remember the particular time when you hit one with a Jeep.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
That was also my first time going to North Dakota.
Yep. Because they had to get me. I hit a deer in our Jeep on the way to North Dakota at about 80 miles an hour. And let's just say we don't have that Jeep anymore.
Yeah, we killed it like that.
And so the wife and kids had to come pick me up from where the Jeep was totaled, put all my stuff in the minivan, and we had to drive the minivan to North Dakota because I had to go back to North Dakota. We had a business to run. And I spent a few months in North Dakota without a car. But I did have a semi-truck. Makes things interesting.
I think this tray's pretty full.
I will agree. And I think after this tray, we're gonna, because we're just gonna do this for the next until we're out of cheese. And I don't know that YouTube wants to watch us just cut cheese all day, especially the way you do it.
I've got slabs of cheese.
No, I was being... Never mind! All right, so...
Plenty of slabs of cheese!
There was another joke of cutting the cheese.
Oh!
All right. Thank you, YouTube. Oh, wow. We couldn't see you the whole time, Quinn. I don't know if they could see me. But,
Slabs of cheese!
thanks for visiting Gingerbread Farms. And what's your YouTube?
Redstone1429.
All right.
It is literally my friggin' PlayStation account name.
Okay. Thank you, YouTube. Have a good day.